Happy New Year. Here's what I don't like about No Spend January. It's about the guilt. So here's the thing. January 1st usually hits us with two things: a holiday spending hangover, well, maybe three, because there might be a real hangover, but also the idea of this sudden urge to get better. And the internet right now is flooded with no spend January challenges. The premise is simple: punish yourself for all of your December's fun and basically by spending absolutely nothing in January. I hate that approach because deprivation is not a strategy, it's a penalty box, and nobody likes being in the penalty box. It's not sustainable. So in the Lennon household, we don't do no spend to punish ourselves, but more to operate like a smart business. And so what I mean by that is, in the corporate world, when a warehouse gets bloated, they basically declare an inventory freeze. They pause on receiving new shipments to deal with that dead stock, i.e. the stuff sitting on the shelves, collecting dust, and they convert that back into cash, whether it's through a closeout sale or sample sale or whatever, basically to get their cash back and their space back. So this month, I invite you to join us in a household inventory reset. The goal is liquidating the dead stock. The goal isn't just to save money, though you will do that as well. I love saving money, but I also like to spend. So here's our goal. The goal is to consume the resources that we already have sitting in our pantry, our freezers, our cupboards, whether it's in the kitchen or the bathroom or anywhere else. So we're shifting from acquisition mode to liquidation mode. Here are the 5 rules of engagement for this inventory reset. Rule number 1, shop your pantry. Call it the chopped challenge or whatever makes you happy. We all have that phantom inventory, that bag of lentils from a couple years ago, the frozen turkey chili we forgot about in the bottom of the freezer, maybe the cans of artichoke hearts. Start with the purge. So go through the pantry, the fridge, the freezer, throw out anything not fit for consumption. If it's not fit for consumption, get rid of it. Like, you don't need it. It's not helping you. Now, the dried beans are going to last through the next 3 apocalypses, so those are probably fine, but many things will not. So toss that freezer burnt mystery meat out and then see what's actually left. After that, the rule is really no grocery shopping. Now, yes, maybe put some perishables, some milk, some eggs, maybe a fruit here or there, fresh vegetables, but before you buy the vegetables, see if you have anything frozen in the freezer and work on that first, because if you're not going to eat your frozen broccoli today, you're probably not going to eat it 6 months from now either, and you're going to pitch it anyway. So eat the frozen vegetables before you buy anything new, or throw it away if you're never going to eat it. Just make the decision and be done with it. So here's the game, gamify this with your kids. Call it Pantry Roulette, or sometimes we do Refrigerator Surprise. Call it Chopped, but you can put 3-word ingredients on the dinner table, on the kitchen counter, and say, all right, what are we going to do with this? There's some apps out there that you can actually put the contents of your fridge and your pantry into the app, and they'll come up with all the recipes available of what you can actually make with that, with that collection of stuff. And then you decide, hey, what sounds good tonight? So you're going to eat some weird dinners this month, but that's part of the fun. Maybe you end up with extra breakfasts at odd time of day, or dinner for breakfast instead of breakfast for dinner. Just call it part of the fun. So rule number 2, squeeze the tube. This is your consumables audit. So do you really need the new shampoo, or do you just need to add a little bit of water, shake it up, and you've got another week's worth of hair washes? Just a thought. Is that tube of toothpaste really gone, or can you smush it out, get it all to one end, and still be good for the next 3 weeks? So think about, where are you potentially throwing away product? Because if you think about it, there's an inflation reality here. Throwing away a bottle with 10 to 20% of extra product in that is basically slapping yourself with a 10% inflation. By the way, post-tax, inflation tax. Don't do that. Use what you have. There's also a clean-out component here. So not just your kitchen pantry, but your bathroom, for instance. So where are those half-used, not favorite lotions or soaps or shampoos? Think about, do you really dislike it? Does it hurt your skin? Does it smell terrible? In which case, you either throw it away or give it to someone who will appreciate it. But if you're just just use the stuff up. It may not be your favorite, but you know what? Next month, you won't even remember it. And you will have gotten the benefit of no buy January and of working through your stock. So either use it or get rid of it. You don't need it sitting around forever. All right, rule number 3, buy nothing. I love buy nothing. Free cycle is another really great one. So I gotta say, free is my favorite price any time of year. So a lot of times we buy things because it's easier than finding it wherever it's lost in your house or borrowing it from a neighbor. But the thing is there is so much community out there that can help you. They'll either be giving you stuff or loaning you stuff, and then you don't end up with those things all over your house, cluttering up your kitchen, cluttering up your house. So Do you need a specific pan for a recipe? Instead of buying it on Amazon, ask a friend, ask for it online. And in a pinch, consider making your lasagna in a bundt pan. It'll be worth a hoot and it won't kill anybody and it could be fun. And maybe that's your new family shtick, So think about if you need something that's non-consumable, how can you resist buying it new? You can join that local neighborhood buy nothing group. They have very specific borders. Your neighborhood probably has one. You can look for Free Cycle. That is all over many parts of the major metropolitan areas of the United States. Ask a neighbor. If you have to buy it, try a thrift store first. You can probably buy that special pan for $4 and it'll be really great. So really think about, do you really need it or do you just kind of want it? And are you in that habit of just buying because you can? So here's the thing, community is another form of wealth. Relying on neighbors builds that connection and, it's so much nicer than relying on Amazon where you're just building a cardboard mountain and racking up your credit card balance. Food for thought. Rule number 4, the 48-hour wait list. This is impulse control and giving yourself a cooling off period. So the hardest part of January is breaking the dopamine loop of I want this, I click this, I get this. Oh, there's the Amazon guy right out the window. Awesome. But it's not awesome. So here's the thing. The rule is if anyone in the family wants something discretionary that you truly can live without for now, whether it's toys, clothes, gadgets, put it on the wait list. Put it in the holding cell. And so, if you're a big Amazon person or Walmart.com or whomever, put it in your cart, but don't purchase. Let it sit there. Let it simmer. Give yourself that cooling off period. And then on February 1st, if you still want it, have at it. Like you've clearly gotten through that impulse and now you're like, no, I really truly need the lasagna bundt pan because that's the coolest idea ever. Okay, then buy it. Like be done with it. But here's the thing, 90% of the time that urge to buy it is going to disappear after 2 hours, if not 2 days. So you might have saved yourself a lot of money. This is a hack a lot of folks do anyway to put more control around their spending is don't just buy. One click, turn off that one click purchase. It's deadly. Now, let's say that you did buy something and maybe you bought a lot of some things with that one click purchase in December. Rule number 5, think about unshopping. This is something I like to do. So while you're, clearing out some of the old stuff, think about clearing out some of the new stuff too. Like, do you have any kind of buyer's remorse? So the rule is if you have items sitting around, new with tags, still in their original packaging that you're like, I don't really need this, or I don't really want this, or I didn't end up giving it to so-and-so after all, or maybe I received something, but it's the wrong size or the wrong color, or it's just not my style, strongly consider returning it. Not all countries do this, but in the US, there are usually really generous return policies from most merchants, especially in January after the December rush. Think about returning these things. And if you can get your cash back, awesome. And if you can't, maybe you can get a store credit, but don't immediately use it. Save it for later when there's something else that you really need or really want. Wait until February potentially or later to then use that, but don't forget about it. Those credits can sit there forever and eventually get forgotten about. So don't forget. In any case, please don't let guilt clutter, keep that clutter in your house. Return the item, save it for something else. So those are the 5 rules, how to pitch this to your family, because this might need a little bit of finesse. If you tell your kids we're not spending money because you spent too much at Christmas, they might hear, hey, we're poor or we're in trouble or, we did something we shouldn't have done. That is not the message we're trying to spend. Don't take anything away from the December holidays or the fun you had. Like, that was amazing. Own it. Love it. It's great. This is about what we're doing now in January. So the thing is, hey, frame it as a challenge. Hey, kids, our house is too full. We need to clear out the inventory so we can start fresh. It's January. It's a new year. And for the next 30 days, we are going to see if we can live entirely off of like what we have. It's a survivor challenge. And, who can come up with the best meal ideas with using only what's in the freezer and the pantry, things like that. They're going to surprise you with some of their creativity and their resourcefulness and bring them into the fold. Let them be part of the game here. So please join the reset. We're going to have some interesting dinner this month. I'll be sharing some of my Pantry Roulette online, and I'd love to see what you guys are doing. So please tag me at MagniFI Your Life. It's FI with a MagniFI, FI, like financial independence. And, I'd love to see what y'all are doing. So please tag me in yours and show me what you're cooking from the back of your pantry. And one more reset. There's one more. While you're resetting your pantry, this is also a really great time to reset your conversations. What do I mean by that? If you find that most of your money talks with your kids are either stressful or non-existent, take a new approach. Change the script. So instead of lecturing them about spending is bad, we spent too much. That's not what we're trying to do. Ask questions, ask better questions. I have prepared a free downloadable list of dinner table money discussion topic starters. If you take a look at my profile, it's link in bio. You can find it there, get it for free. It's all yours. And I would love to hear what conversations are the most interesting in your home. So please take that downloadable and start the conversation today while you're enjoying your refrigerator surprise. Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the other side of this January challenge, the no spending challenge that is about fun and resourcefulness, not about guilt, not about deprivation. We got this. Happy New Year.